Don't tell Samsung. I actually have the Z Fold 7. Just kidding. This is not the Fold 7, but it's actually a dummy model. So this is what the Fold 7 is going to be. As you can see in this hands-on, it is very thin and it looks like it's gonna be sick. So me personally, I really like the slim exterior display from the Fold series. I feel like it just makes sense with one-hand usage. And this, although it is wider, it's definitely wider, not as easy to use as the Fold 6 and the Fold 5, but it is pretty usable. And the fact that it's lighter and stuff like that, thinner, is gonna make it just fine. Like kind of like the Automagic V3, which I have no problems using one-handed, and even that phone is a good experience, and this kind of brings it to that same level. Thin, but still one-handable very much. One thing that I'm really happy about with the Fold 7 is that it's not, super wide, and it doesn't change the inside aspect ratio too much. Like the inside aspect ratio still has two clear positions. So for example, this is vertical orientation or portrait orientation, and then when you rotate it, it goes into the horizontal landscape orientation. Personally, I like when the screen has that difference, because it just allows different apps, videos, and games to function a little bit better on this type of aspect ratio. When you're watching the videos and stuff like that on your phone, you have black bars and stuff like that, the letterboxing, because the screen's aspect ratio is not in the aspect ratio of videos. So I would have loved a 16:9 aspect ratio or something closer to that, like 16:10. But I think the Z Fold series has been, the closest to that kind of aspect ratio on a foldable phone in recent years. A lot of the foldable phones they're getting bigger screens, obviously, but they're becoming squares, and that is something that I was never a fan of. So this aspect ratio is something that I'm really happy is still here, even with this bigger exterior screen. So now, how big is this screen? I don't have a Z Fold 6 to compare to right now, but this screen compared to, like, let's say a Pro Max or a bigger phone screen, it's pretty close. It's pretty close. It's not exactly there, which is what I love. Like, I don't want it to be too big, too wide. I feel like it's, bigger, but still very much more one-handable than a normal phone. Like, my thumb can reach across the side, but not comfortably. I have to kind of force it. And then imagine phones that have slightly bigger screens and stuff, it's going to be a little bit more harder. But with this, definitely way easier to reach across the screen, and it's still easy to maneuver. Not as easy as this Fold 6 again, but still easy to maneuver. I can reach the top of the screen, and I love that it's not too tall. Like, really, I love the pocketability of the Fold 6 and the folds before that. So this, like I said, continues that. It's just a little bit more refined and, a fresher design. So this is how it is, man. Look how slim and thin the Fold 7 is going to be. Pretty crazy. It's finally catching up with the Chinese manufacturers. That's something that people have been wanting. And another thing I'm happy about is I'm happy that they are keeping this boxy design. I think it just looks really nice. Very, very clean design. So happy that Samsung is still keeping that. And then if we look at iPhone mini, the Fold 6 was basically like the screen wideness of an iPhone mini, 13 mini, but in the foldable form factor, and has a taller screen. So as you can see, it's not exactly the same width anymore. It's actually pretty significantly wider and taller. Yeah, this is what it's looking like. Fold 7. The Fold 7 is here, man. I'm very excited for it. The camera bumps, I'm not sure how accurate these will be, but it definitely looks bigger than the Fold 6's camera bump for sure. But that makes sense because it has to accommodate the bigger sensor and the main sensor. It has to accommodate that bigger main sensor. Honestly, hopefully we get the bigger zoom camera and ultra wide camera. You never know, maybe the leaks are wrong and maybe we're getting those. Hopefully. Yeah, this is what the camera bump looks like. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, what do you think about the Fold 7 and its form factor? Are you one of those people who are waiting for the folds to get bigger screens on the exterior, or are you one of the people that likes the one-handability of the slim exterior screen? Let me know what you think. Actually, what we'll do is we'll look at this compared to another normal phone by Samsung with the big screen, and that is the S24 Plus. Z Fold 7 against the S24 Plus / S25 Plus. So the Fold 7 looks like it's going to be a little bit taller than those phones. And in terms of the wideness, it's almost there, but it's like not wide to the point where it's, as wide as, I feel like it's at the perfect wideness for it. If you're going to increase the screen size, then you increase it to this limit. Kind of like the Automagic V3. And yeah, I just think it just makes it a little bit more holdable, one-handable. And this is what the front looks like. I have this plastic on because the screen is cracked. That's how it arrived. But you can see where the cameras are. Right here is where the Fold 7 camera is. versus the camera on the S24 Plus. So I mean, it brings it, this is basically what people have been asking for essentially like the past like 4 years. People have been asking for the exterior screen to be like a regular phone size, and I feel like this is that. Like, it's kind of perfect to satisfy both people. Like, I like the one-handability of this slimmer screen, but there's so many people who want this normal aspect ratio or this normal phone screen size, so it satisfies both people, I think, for the most part, and still gives you a bigger phone. Like, the bigger inside screen with the similar aspect ratio, I'm definitely gonna appreciate that. The screen compared to that, you can see just how much of the S24 Plus feels this inside screen right here. It brings this vertical orientation to a bit closer to, you know, having two full-size phone screens on the inside without having to rotate, and I think that's something that people wanted as well. So yeah, man, this is the Fold 7. This is what it looks like against a normal phone, a normal big phone. So definitely excited to get my hands on the real device. And the thickness against the normal phone, it's like basically there. I know this is a dummy unit, so it's hard to say how thick it will actually be, but like, it's basically right there. Pretty cool. I'm excited. I believe this dummy unit also has the correct weight, so put it on the scale, it's showing around 220 grams. Honestly, I think usually these phones kind of show like a 5-gram discrepancy versus like what's on paper and what my scale here shows, at least the scales of truth out here. But yeah, I mean, 220 grams is pretty amazing for a foldable phone. Basically caught up to the other Chinese phones like the Oppo Find N5, the V3, you know, etc. So 220 grams is decent. 215 grams is what the leaks are saying, something like that. But here is the S24 Plus without a case. It's weighing in at 195 grams, so very, 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 very close to, you know, a normal smartphone. And even though this is heavier, it low-key feels lighter and easier to hold because of how slim it is. The thinness, but also the slimness of the you know, the width, it just makes it a little bit easier to hold. So I feel like it even feels lighter because of the weight balance, the weight distribution. So yeah, I don't know, man. It's looking like a great device so far before it even comes out. And then with the case, so this is just a typical MagSafe case for the 24 Plus. Brings it up to like 235 grams. I actually got some cases that will be in the next video. Make sure you subscribe, and if the video is out, then it will pop up right here. But yeah, shout out to Suitcase for that.